How do you expect to have this type of behavior going on and then think that it's not going to rub off onto these children? And that's what they are. They are children. And then ruin their relationships. I'm just asking. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Bringing Up Ballers Season 1, Episode 2. And like I was saying, the relationships between the mothers, some of it's toxic. And how is it that you expect? Because see, you know how boys are with their mothers. Boys are, it's those hormones and pheromones. They're naturally protective of their mothers. And mothers are naturally protective of their sons. This is just the way it is. That's why mother-in-laws generally don't like the girl when she comes in and vice versa. But I watch and I'm like, one of my people came on to one of my videos, my video actually from last week, and said that she wouldn't be watching the show because these boys are not your men. They're your sons. And she hit it right on the nail. And it's not all of them. All of them are not guilty of this. But I do see that. I see that a lot in people who are raising star athletes and children that have talents and things. They condition their children that they have to give them. And it bothers me. Like, nobody owes you anything. You know, I don't know. It's just, I think it just should be, if it's natural, like, it's very natural for me that I always want to make sure that my mother has everything that she needs and all that I can afford to give her that she wants. But that's a natural thing. If my mother were to push it on me like it was my job to do that, that would bother me. And it's the same with me and my children. My children don't owe me a goddamn thing. Especially with the fact they're adopted. I chose to be their parent. They don't owe me shit. They don't owe me shit. You would want them to love you and love you back in the way that you love them, but it don't always happen like that. Trust me, but that's another video for another time. But nobody owes you anything in this life. So, okay, so let me get off my soapbox. Boom, 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 bam, and I'm back, and let's do this review. So we start off, let's talk about that Peyton and George. Peyton, too controlling. Too controlling, and everything is really about Peyton. Everything's about Peyton, and I want to snatch that motherfucking lace front off her head so bad. I really do. It just does not help with her look at all. And I think she thinks that it makes her look youthful because I'm looking at how it's different ways she's styling it, and she's trying to style it into these younger girl styles. That motherfucker shit just looks old and fake. It just not. I hate it. I hate it. And I know she's spending some money. It's not that she's not spending money. You might want to change hairdressers or something. Now, we actually found out that Heather actually owns a hair extension company and a salon that specializes in hair extensions. And Nikki and Johanna get their hair done over there, and them bitches' weaves are flawless. So, and that's the thing. For Peyton literally be hanging with these two, and your head is looking like that, that's the jokes write themselves. Because them bitches' hair is flawless. Because I didn't even really pay Johanna any attention until this week. I started looking, and I'm like, oh, she does have extensions in. But I didn't even pay it any mind. I just went on by and just took, but that was her hair. Her hair, the work that was done on them too, I don't know about anybody else, But the work that's done on them two and what Heather's wearing, flawless. The hair wasn't done this good in that cutting it in the ATL. And they were specializing in hair. So Heather, you better do your motherfucking thing. I think I like that goddamn Heather. She's pretty much about her business. She's a whiner, but I like her. Okay, so let me go back to Peyton and George. George is still running his mother through. This is their storyline about him not choosing college. We don't went to graduation and everything. You ain't chosen no college. Sit down. Sit down. And she's just on it, on it, on it. She wants him to go where she wants him to go. Sit down. And that's getting very old. But one thing that I did notice that she said to him, she told this boy, he is a girlfriend that's in the 11th grade. She'd have told him to propose to her. Have you lost your mind, Peyton? I'm not even getting ready to elaborate into that. I'm just asking you, bitch, have you lost your mind? Sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. You can get you a seat right in the fuck section here. Foolishness. Okay, so let me tell you what I said, like Heather Wines. Heather has a boyfriend. He's sharp too. Lorenzo, he's actually from St. Lucia. That's where she met him at and everything, but he's her boyfriend. And she has this whole little piece of her storyline where she's been keeping Lorenzo away from her ex-husband. She didn't want them to be around each other. This is really silly to me because they should have been being around each other. You've been dating him for a couple years. So he's been being around your children for a couple of years. And I fault the husband. You're crazy. Because there's no way that a man will be around my motherfucking kids. And I got daughters, 2 daughters, and a son that's the baby. And you got a nigga running around my babies and I ain't met him and ain't had no interaction with no baby. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So I really fought him for even letting it go on. That's crazy. But this is the thing. So the 2 of them actually were there for the one little girl was going to the prom. Well, not both of the girls were going to the prom. And excuse me, actually everything worked out perfect. The 2 men got along fine. They sat down there and got drunk, fucked with the dates, and they were having themselves a good old time. And I loved the scene. I loved what that scene brought to, there was no drama. But then, we like that anyway. We like our reality men drama free. That's just the way it is. We got enough drama from these women. We do not need drama filled men on our reality shows. Peter Thomas is enough. And Peter Thomas is an honorary housewife of Atlanta. And we like Peter being Peter. But that's it. We don't need no extras. We'll need no extras. So that's that. Interesting. So then we meet Tiffany this time. Tiffany Thigpen. Tiffany got a son. Michael was 15 years old. They live in the suburbs. And she's friends with Nikki. Frenemies, pretty much. Because Nikki's in competition with everybody. I see that about her personality from the door. She's in competition with everybody. And I have to say, the part about the show that irritates me, whenever they're at the games, whenever they're around the kids, I'm irritated. When they're doing their storylines by themselves, I'm fine. But their behavior when they're around those kids it irritates me. And especially, again, it's these sons and their mothers. And you see the mothers are going at it. They're saying little underlying things to the other person's kid. And then it's kind of getting a little heated. It's very touchy. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Conflict between you all is going to roll over to those boys. That's what I see. And I just don't like it. It kind of irritates me. But, whatever. It is what it is. This is what the show's about. So there's no way you can have the show and don't discuss the kids, right? So right away, Tiffany is actually, she's hired Basil, as a personal coach for her son Michael. And Basil decides to pair her session up with Joanna's session. Well, of course, Joanna had a problem with that, and she was less than nice. She knows Tiffany. She was less than nice. She just was rude and nasty, and Tiffany already had a chip on her shoulder coming in because Basil had already said, "Oh, you know, Johanna," and they're like, "Yeah, I know what she gives." She already came in with her guard up, so it just was a nightmare. And they just went at each other this whole program. And then later on, there was a basketball game, and these two whores were still going at each other. And Johanna and Nikki made themselves look foolish because they talked all this shit about the kid from the suburbs and this, that, and the other. And little Michael did the damn thing. He was doing his damn thing in the game. All the kids are really, really good. It could have went either way. But yeah, they were looking really ridiculous and very, very aggressive. I didn't like it. And Nikki was real petty with it too. It kind of got on my nerves. Um, Last thing, um, Lorenzo between Lorenzo and Aaron and Heather. Heather actually went and talked to Lorenzo about it. Said, she felt like it was weird. This, that, and the other. Lorenzo told her from the door, listen, I'm not listening to no more of this shit. You're not gonna put me in no closet. We together. We're gonna be together. I'm gonna be in the kids' life. I'm gonna go to their games and stuff because I'm not gonna do anything to make these children feel like I'm slighting them. I'm going to be there for them 100%. That's what I'm going to do. So you might as well get on board. Aaron's already on board. You need to get your motherfucking ass on board. I said, come on, Lorenzo. You looking better and better with your little short stuff. He a little something. He's short as hell. The kids is taller than him. But he cute as he can be with these pretty eyes. Then they go to George's graduation party. And Heather actually brought Lorenzo with her. That motherfucking Peyton. Child, Peyton. Girl, you gonna lose your top teeth fucking around. She literally, now you done been mean to Heather last time that y'all came in contact with each other. She introduces you to Lorenzo. You literally stood right in front of her and started flirting with Lorenzo. It was so blatant. Titties all out. You know her titties is always out. She had her titties out at the church during the graduation. Titties everywhere. I said, girl, yes indeed, honey. But she was literally flirting with him and talking about his accent, and she was cooing and emoting and carrying on. I said, girl, and that's what I said. I like Heather. Heather gave her, come here, honey. Let's go talk. Pulled her ass to the side, and she said, I'm not going to pull the punches with her. I'm not going to be nice. She told her ass, she got her right the fuck together. Told her, she said, last time we met up, you were rude. You attacked me. I'm not really that girl. I'm not with it. And I'll tell you what we're going to do because we're going to get along because we're going to be involved with each other, with our kids and all that. Let's keep family out of each other's mouth or we're going to have a problem. I said, well, damn, okay, Heather. She got her right together. And Pate was like looking at her like, this ain't the time or the place. And she was saying in her confessional, she basically is planning on she going to get her. She going to get her. That she's just like she said, she's backbiting and she's petty. But I think you go ahead and want to get her, girl. You're gonna reach for Miss Heather, and I think you really is gonna get her, Peyton. I think you better walk lightly around that red bone, honey. But okay, we're gonna see what happens. And that's basically all that went on, you guys, with this. So I'll catch up with y'all next week. Tell me in the comments where y'all at with it. What you think about? What do you think about the show so far? All right, later.